We're playing Jon Hu. Let me show his team really quickly. So, this is really terrifying. Like, it's Prankster Thunderous with Thunderwave and Eerie Impulse, which are... I mean, Eerie Impulse isn't that bad, because I'm not bringing Lapras here ever. This Bisharp is very cursed. I hate this Bisharp. It's Salt Vest. It has Dig. I was worried about the opposing Pult Zacian lead. That was what I was most concerned about. I wasn't sure how to deal with a Pult Zacian lead mirror. But I thought my best bet against it was Instant Zacian. Yes, I'm leading Intimidate into the Bisharp. Yeah, Aerodactyl is interesting, but we don't get to see it, unfortunately. Spoiler, we don't get to see it coming in the set. But I was thinking, you know, if they lead Bisharp, I still think I can kill it with my Sacred Sword. So that was my thought process, and here's how this game went. Let me start the video again. I decided to go with Instant Zacian, and they went into... and with Poltaleki in the back, because I think that was the best option I had for them. I like Aerodactyl a lot. I think Aerodactyl is really cool. I wish it was better, though. It's just too bad Aleki exists now. Like, there's too many Pokemon that hit faster than 130, which is crazy to say now that 130 is a slow speed stat. Aleki is such a stupid Pokemon. I'm gonna skip. Skip. Okay, so they lead Bisharp, Zacian, and I lead Instant... Sorry, Bisharp Thundy, and I lead Instant Zacian. Now, I do lead into Defiant, but I can just fake out the Prankster user and kill this thing with Sacred Sword, so that wasn't a concern to me. Like, even if they Dynamax, I thought I could kill it. Yeah, it's really ridiculous. So they do switch in Instant, not shocking here. So I thought, okay, I still think I kill this thing, because, like, it's Zacian, right? Now, they Dynamax their Bisharp, and that's to be expected, because you saw Dig, right? Like, that's clearly it's meant to Dynamax. Which I think is crazy. Legendary Love, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. So I go for the Fake Out. And Sacred Sword, so I'm thinking, this is gonna die. And it didn't die, and I'm like, well, that's not good. That's not good. And now I lose Zacian turn 1. This could not be a worse turn 1 for me. But, it's not over, because I still have a max. So that really threw me off. I went Dragapult here. I was a little nervous because I was thinking the Bisharp would live somehow, because I would assume, because it lived the Sacred Sword, so I was like, uh-oh, what if it lives like a max Wormwind or something? That'd be really bad. So I was hesitant to figure out what to do here. Like, there was a lot of things I was thinking. This is a very long turn. Yeah, it is 4 times weak to fighting, so I thought it would still die, even though, like, it's a neutral move. I thought it would still kill. Like, it's neutral. I'm neutral attack. I'm not +1 anymore, but still. I can't believe it lived. And I'm adamant too, right? So I really thought it was dead. So I'm gonna max my Dragapult. And I'm gonna just hope Wormwind kills. Like, that was my thought process. I was really worried it wasn't going to. I don't know why I didn't think it was. But, like, seeing as it lives Sacred Sword, I was like, I don't know. So, it does kill. And there's still a chance in this game, but the problem is they still have their Zacian, right? And they still have a Prankster Thundurus, which is really annoying. So they're gonna Parting Shot now. And I think they go into Thundurus, from what I remember, so they don't get Parting Shotted with their Zacian. Yeah, they go into Thundurus. So I Parting Shot here. And I don't remember what I bring in. I think, no, obviously I bring in a Lecky. What do you mean? I don't remember what I bring in. The only thing I could bring in is a Lecky. So I bring in a Lecky. And there's still a decent chance. Because my Dragapult can actually live a Behemoth Blade. Plus Life Orb Chip. And I also have my Incineroar to weaken the Zacian. And you guys want to know what's funny? We said Ryan had really similar. He ran into really similar things. He went into Kyurem as well. We both ran into Bisharp, which is really funny because Bisharp is not common at all in this format. Both Kyurem and Bisharp are not common. And I'm honestly surprised Kyurem didn't do well because there was a lot of Groudons. So I'm gonna switch to Incin here and Max Guard because I don't want to get hit by the Prankster Thunder Wave. That's really annoying if I do. Which team are you talking about? The one that Jon Hu is using? Okay, so I go for Fake Out and Wormwind here. I think, no, I did have Wormwind at Phantasmed, I think. Because I wanted to get rid of the Thundurus, so I'm like, okay, I killed the Thundurus here, no problem. It should kill. It's a Dragapult, right? And this Thundurus lived on like 1 health, and I'm like, are you kidding me? How did this Thundurus live a Phantasm? So, that was, I think that was a roll. I think that was a roll. Like, I'm 99% sure that was a roll. So that's really unfortunate. I could not believe that lived. So now this gets a lot harder. Because I thought I had a perfect endgame where I could get in Incin versus the Zacian, right? And intimidate it multiple times. But now I don't have that. So, I was very unsure what to do here. Because, like, I just get Thunder Waved, right? There's nothing really much I can do. I know they're gonna hit Incin. They have no reason not to hit Incin here, right? So I think I just stay and take the Thunder Wave. And try to Phantom Force. Or no, I protect. I protect. Okay. That makes sense. I literally have to go Alecki. And they're gonna close combat my my Alecki. Sorry, I'm just gonna reset this playlist. And now it's a little awkward. I'm forced. I think I have to just get I just have to accept the Thunder Wave because I think they're gonna hit me. But I was nervous. So, in hindsight, I should have just switched in Incin, but I thought it was so obvious. I thought they would call that and go for like Thunder Wave close combat, but I think that's committing too much. in hindsight. I should have just switched. Letting my Dragapult die here was really stupid. But I don't know, I just was really scared they would call the switch. And... I know, I hate Thundurus. I don't know how that thing lived. But they actually hit a Lecky. And I'm like, okay, I got a Phantom Force off, this is fine. Just kidding, I get fully paralyzed. So now this is suddenly a lot harder. And the problem is this instant has Lariat. Lariat instant is really annoying. So this turn, again, I need to go into Zacian. I literally have to go into Zacian. And fake out into, or sorry, I think I darts. Did I darts? Yeah, I fake out the Zacian and Phantom Force. Now, you guys realize that this is a speed tie. Now this is where we find out that this instant is speed tying. We're literally speed tying instants. Yeah, I agree. But maybe they were scared of me switching. So that's very interesting info to know that both of our instants are speed tying, and that's very frustrating. So Zacian goes for Sacred Sword. Yeah, they're Sacred Sword. Sorry, they're not close combat. And they, I get the Phantom Force and the Flare Blitz into the Zacian. And they don't kill my Pult, which is nice. But the problem is, he's trying to fake out the fake. Yeah. I mean, he thought he was faster, which makes sense. He really did think he was faster, but it turned out to be a speed tie. But I'm way too low. I don't have a berry on this instant. If I had a berry, there was a chance. Like, this is really unwinnable. Like, okay, it's technically winnable if I crit both darts. If I crit both darts, there's a chance. But I would need to crit both darts. And that's very unlikely that it's gonna happen. And it's also really annoying they have a Citrus Berry. I tried to protect here, because I wanted to waste a turn. Alright, I'm gonna hydrate. So I'm trying to lower this instant's attack. Again, it's not helpful, but I still need to crit 2 darts. Like, I need to crit both darts. So if Dragapult can crit both darts, I can get it off. Here come the darts. I crit the first one. I don't crit the second one. Would have been really funny if I crit both darts, but they just eat a berry, and... yeah. So at this point, I just lose, because... there's nothing much I can do. I went for Flare Blitz just as a desperation attempt, but, like, no. So, we lose game 1. Where is... oh yeah, I get the crit too on the Flare Blitz. So I'm like, I'm gonna go for the crit, Flare Blitz crit. I get the Flare Blitz crit, doesn't even kill. Which is really funny. So we're currently 0-1. So I'm like, okay. Instant is clearly not the lead here. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna fix something. Sure, I'll open this playlist. Why not? One second. YouTube is buffering. This is gonna be really loud. YouTube, please don't do this. I don't like this song. This is really a bad playlist. Okay. So, basically I was thinking, Instant is clearly not the play. So, I'm gonna have to adapt and go Aleki. I think Aleki Zacian is the better lead, and then have Instant in the back. Because I don't want to get popped by this Bisharp again. Like, losing Zacian turn 1 was really bad, and I think the game would be a lot easier if I had a Zacian. I still can't believe that Thundurus lived, though. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna skip. Because I was really thinking, but I came to the conclusion that Aleki Zacian was the play. So Thundurus and Bisharp, same lead, just as I expected. So they can't go for like the Intimidate into and live in 1 turn. So I wasn't sure what they were going to do. I think I went for the Volt Switch and Sacred Sword. And I protected Zacian because I was scared of them maxing and going for that. But they didn't actually max their Bisharp this time, which was very surprising. And they went for Thunder Wave into Zacian, not surprising anybody. Bisharp actually clicks Sucker Punch into the Aleki. Yeah, the Royal is right. That does a lot of damage still, even with the Assault Vest, because Aleki, you know, just hits that hard. So we're gonna bring in Incin. I know we're bringing Incin into Defiant, but, like, trust me, this is better than bringing in Pult. Because I just fake it out. Like, they can't protect it, so it's fine. I just fake out I think I chose to fake out Thundurus. Because if they're doing anything, they're Sucker Punching, and Sucker Punch doesn't really do any damage. So I fake out the Thundurus, so they don't get the Prankster Thunder Wave off, and I kill the Bisharp. They don't even attempt to Sucker Punch. So Bisharp's gone, and we still have our Zacian, which is really good. They have their Zacian, and they still have a Max, which is a little concerning. Which they bring in their Zacian right now. Now, this was still a really tough turn. I think I brought in Aleki. No, I didn't. I think I brought in Pult expecting the, I brought in Pult because I figured they're going to fighting move Instant. So I'm going to bring in Pult. And I'm going to switch the other one to Aleki. I'm going to do it that way. Because I think that one's better. That way's better. Because I think they have to fighting move Instant. Still shocked with the Instant. Yeah, 200 EV's Adamant is just enough to outspeed Zacian. The thing was, they were slower than that. They were 140 because I was Adamant Zacian. But still, that's a lot of EVs. Like, that's a lot of EVs. Even though I'm Adamant. But they actually maxed their Thundurus here, which was something I wasn't expecting. Because I know that's weird saying I wasn't expecting the Thundurus to max, but this is a support Thundurus with only Thunderbolt. I didn't expect it to max. And they do Sacred Sword in my Dragapult, which is what I was expecting. Max Lightning comes out into Dragapult as well, which is a little unfortunate. So they gave me Terrain, which is kind of nice. They're the homie, and they gave Alecki the Terrain. So I'm like, okay, I just Electro Web and Phantasm the Zacian, right? Because I think I just need to get rid of Zacian. I see no reason not to do that. I'm confident I'm faster than the Zacian, because they should be slower than their Pult. That's how they normally are. Because if they're on the Pult team, you would always assume that the Zacian will be slower than the Pult to get the most out of their Phantasms. Thundurus actually max guards here, which I was happy to see, because I was never hitting the Thundurus. I didn't expect guard. So I take the Zacian here. And I was very happy to take the Zacian. I don't know why they guarded. I don't think guard made sense. I think the Protect made more sense on the Zacian. Oh wait, no, they lived! They lived on like 1 health! I was like, oh, that's not good. Now I'm in trouble. And Pult dies. That's what happened. Yeah, Zacian lives somehow. So I was like, well, that's not good. However, I still have my own Zacian, so it's not the end of the world. Because I just go for Electro Web and Behemoth Blade and still kill these Thundurus. Actually, I think I doubled with a Thunderbolt and a Behemoth Blade. No, I Electro Webbed. Yeah, they withdraw Zacian here and go into their Incineroar. Not shocking at all. Yeah, I know, that's what I was confused about. I mean, they had Instant. I guess they could have maxed the Instant. Their main maxer was the Bisharp. But Thundurus dodges the Electro Web. Which means now it lives. And actually, that would have lived anyway. What am I talking about? But still, would have liked the speed. Would have liked the damage. And now I'm slightly concerned because I'm like, I don't have. This is the similar endgame to last time. Because I didn't expect the Zacian to live. But now I think I was a little concerned still, but the thing is, it's a Thundurus. Yeah, I love Eternicity. Okay. So I was really thinking hard about this turn. I thought I was in a really bad spot here. But the Zacian's low. So this is still doable. So I thought if I take care of, if I fake out the Thundurus... No, I went for the Speed Tie. Got the Speed Tie off. Which was huge. Winning the Speed Tie helped a lot here. And I get fully paralyzed though. Never mind, it didn't help me at all. What am I saying? It didn't help. Winning the Speed Tie helped, and then I got fully paralyzed by the Thunder Wave. So I'm like, okay, now this is suddenly bad. Now I can actually lose. Because, like, every time I get hit by Thunder Wave, I always get fully paralyzed. I considered them switching here. I thought they would be switching. So that's why I parting shotted the Instant. That does so much damage to my Zacian. And obviously I KO Instant. There was no chance of it living. Unfortunately, I wish I hit the I wish I Flare Blitzed the Thunderous, because now I could have been in a situation where I just win. They're trying to one-up themselves. They really are. So now, I think I win as long as I don't get fully paralyzed. Right? Like, this would be the only way I'd lose. I just doubled the Zacian here. I need to get it off the field. Because Thunderous is not beating Instant 1v1. Zacian goes for Sacred Sword, not shocking. Instant actually lives, which surprised me a lot. I didn't expect Instant to live, but they double the Instant smartly enough. And so I'm like, okay, as long as no para happens, I'm fine. I don't get paralyzed. Zacian's able to move. And take out their Zacian. And now, as long as I don't get fully paralyzed, I should be fine to beat this thing, right? So they go for Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt doesn't do that much. I get fully parried. I'm like, okay, that's annoying. Yeah, I'm not sure. So Thunderbolt comes out. Again, I'll live another one. But I move this time, so thank goodness. So that stressed me out. I almost lost. Because of the paras. But Zacian was able to move, thank goodness. I literally sighed in like relief. But I thought I was going to get fully parried out of this game, to be honest. Yeah. So, we win this game, and now we're going on to game 3. I decided to stick with my normal game plan. Like the lucky Zacian seemed to work, so I'm gonna stick with that this time. So, they decide to go with Dragapult and Instant this time, which was not what I was expecting. So this is slightly annoying. Now this is a weird play on my part, but I thought that Instant was going to... I thought they weren't going to hit Zacian here. I didn't see them hitting Zacian with Fake Out. I thought they were going to hit Alecki and try to get rid of Alecki. Because Protect is so obvious. I think they literally have to Airstream this turn. They literally have to Airstream, because if they don't Airstream, they're not faster than my Alecki. And they're not faster with... like, they'd have to be playing speed types with Pult. This would be the first time... this would literally be the turn they have to Airstream. So I Behemoth Blade this turn. Because Airstream was way too obvious. I knew Airstream was going to happen here. So I made the call. And I should have doubled, to be honest. I don't know why I didn't do that. I think I Volt switched off of the Instant. I should have Thunderbolted the Pult. But Instant does switch out, as I expected. Like I said, I knew they had to switch in Zacian and go for Airstream here. Like, that's way too good of a play to go for. Because, like, you force me into a position where I'm uncomfortable and want to protect, right? And this is how you would capitalize. Now, I didn't want that to happen. I could see through that. They max their Pult. And I got the Volt Switch off, which is very nice. That's good damage on Zacian. Like, that's really good damage on Zacian. And of course I go into Instant, because I don't want to let Dragapult take a hit. And I'm going to be able to get a nice Behemoth Blade on this, I don't like this song. This song sucks. Airstream comes out, as expected. Not surprising. Okay, I made YouTube buffer. Okay. So, I go for the Behemoth Blade. It doesn't kill, but it does enough damage. That's all I need. And now, suddenly he's in a terrible spot. Because I haven't maxed yet. I just kill him again with... I just fake out Behemoth Blade. There's no reason... Because he doesn't have Protect on the Pult. They're Dive. There's no Protect on this Pult, so I just go for the Behemoth Blade and I don't have to worry about Max Guard at all. And they don't want to switch, so... They're gaining nothing. Phantasm comes out, as expected. In a Zacian. Does a lot of damage. Doesn't kill. They get a crit, actually. They crit me. And it doesn't kill. Zacian was able to take a crit Phantasm from that. That scared me so much when I saw the health bar going down. I'm like, oh no, they crit. But no, I lived. And a Behemoth Blade. Take out the, Dragapult. And we're in a really good shape right now. It sucks I got crit. But I literally have an Alecki and a Dragapult that's still good enough to win this game. So, I was unsure what to do in this turn. I think I would go, what did I do? I don't remember what I did. I really don't remember what I did, so I guess we'll find out in a minute. I think I just went for Protect? I could either Protect or Attack. I could see either. Okay, switching to I switched to Pult, which was risky. I don't agree with that. Back then, I don't agree with that. I was a little bit worried about Sacred Sword. I thought they had to hit Incin, personally. I guess that's what it was. I think they had to hit Incin. And if I lost Dragapult here, I just max Alecki and win anyways. I think that was my thought process. I think that's why I did that. So they go for Lariat, and they hit into Alecki. They double into Alecki. And take out my Alecki, that's fine. Because they thought Dragapult was coming in on that side, but it didn't. It came out on the other one. So now, Incin and Dragapult are on the field, and I'm in a really good spot. I forgot what I do. I completely forgot what I did this turn. I think they have to Protect because there's no reason for them not to. I Airstream. I fake out Airstream. I literally have to fake out Airstream. And fake out the... Yeah, fake out Airstream was the good play here because this pins them. And they can't really do anything about it. I'm still getting mad damage into this Incineroar. I don't know why I was thinking so long about this turn. But Fake Out is going to come out here, and I'm going to max my Pult. So I'm in a really good spot because they've already lost their max, and their restricted is getting heavily damaged soon. I'm going to be able to outpace the Zacian with one Airstream because it has an Airstream boost. Zacian protects, not shocking at all. And I go for the Airstream, hit the Incin. It doesn't proc the berry, it just misses. Maxing the Bish would have been cool. It would have. But they go for Parting Shot in an Incin. And they bring in their Thundurus. They don't bring Bisharp this game. They actually bring Thundurus again. Not shocking. Because that was their whole game plan, was to slow me down, right? So I Phantasm the Zacian and go into my Zacian. I don't need my Zacian anymore. So I figured, okay, I'm gonna go after Zacian. I'm gonna hope that they don't switch in their Incineroar, because that was what I was worried about. I was worried they would switch in their Incineroar and I'd be in a weird position again. I hate that position, where they have their Intimidate first before mine. But they just give me the Zacian, and Zacian goes down, and now I think I win. Like, that basically seals the game, because they cannot really beat Polt that well. I mean, they can. They have Lariat, but eh. And Thunderbolt's gonna go into Zacian and take up my Zacian, but I don't need it anymore. Because I still have turns of max. So, I also put this, just keep in mind, I also put this Incin outside of berry range by like a little bit of HP. So I can still Wyrmwind and pick it up. Like, this is just a free Fake Out and Wyrmwind. As long as I win the speed tie with Fake Outs here and not get fully parried to death, we're fine. Like, it's a very unlikely shot which I lose. Now they win the speed tie. And go for Thunder Wave. So now they're trying. They're trying to do it. But they don't get the para because Dragapult, we know Dragapult's the GOAT. He doesn't get fully paralyzed. He's been doing work all day. And Dragapult takes out the Incineroar with a crit, which didn't matter. And now it's just Thundurus versus Incin and Dragapult. And this should be a win. As long as, you know, provided no crit and full paras. Like, I was still nervous because of, you know, my luck is terrible. Dealing with paralysis is always really annoying. But I was able to move. Dragapult, again, he always puts in the work every time I use him. Dragapult's the GOAT. They're gonna go for Thunderbolt into Incineroar, not kill. No para happens, and that's gonna be GG. So, that game was really stressful. That was so scary. Like, I hated how close that was. It was really scary to pull through that, but we got through.